what are we producing? Pretty much just Royal Knights, Archers, Springalds, Mangonels, of course.
They're doing the bonus damage.
Ooh, Springalds sniping my trebuchets. But we've got our own Springald forward now. So what if we just put a keep down here and then started mining this gold? 200 pop, suddenly you've got an insane economy.
Oh, hey. Didn't see you there. You're tuning in for more Age of Empires, right? Yeah. That's what... Yeah. I thought you came by here for that. That's great. Well, hopefully you like this game. It's an opposite mirror match. I'm playing as the opposite, and my opponent Molana Gaines is playing as the opposite as well. And we're back on Prairie. This map gave me some trouble last time. I played it a little too greedy. But you can see I'm already making adjustments. Made a second scout. We're going to grab up as much sheep as we can. And I'm thinking we won't play quite as greedy as the... as I did in the last game. I think I was Chinese, doing the 2 Town Center Song Dynasty. Let's maybe not get that greedy here as the opposite. Instead, let's just maybe get a second Town Center thanks to the economic wing, and then age up from there and try to battle it out in the Castle Age. Of course, in a mirror match as the opposite, that plan can be a little weird because it's very possible your opponent's going to play greedier than you. It's kind of like in my last game, me playing the 2 Town Center Song Dynasty Chinese gameplay. Like, if I go that strategy, it makes sense for my opponent to punish me. I should punish my opponent if they go that strategy. If they go super greedy, I would love to do a ram rush and just wipe out their base. But with us both going the economic wing and having played prior opposite matchups, it's just kind of nice if we both go the eco wing, and then it kind of becomes a question of who's going to go for the extra town center faster. So it's a strange matchup, but I think it's much more dynamic than it used to be. I think opposite dynasty mirror matches used to be very boring. But this one, more interesting. I think the changes to the House of Wisdom have added a lot more complexity to the matchup. Has a bit more of a dynamic feel to it. You can see we're a little quicker with our town center. Looks like Molana Gaines getting theirs down. Ours a little bit ahead. That might mean an extra town center. And looks like we're trying to figure out what we should do next. We're getting down a stables. And I think we're going to use that to make horsemen to do some light harassment. And I like the stables here. We're going to leverage that stables in the Castle Age because our plan is to just stop gathering stone and start aggressively going for the Castle Age. You can see we've got high food income, high gold income. We might even put more on gold for all I know. But we want to age up and probably get aggressive. We probably want that military wing. Alternatively, we could go for the trade wing. We do have the neutral trade market over here. But, oh, and here's my first harassment. He's already building a barracks, and he's already got stables. Just hasn't produced anything. Oh, we might get a villager here. Go for it, horseman. Nice. Probably going to lose his life for it. But hey, that gets us a little bit more ahead. So now we're maybe up 2 villagers, thanks to the kill and our slightly earlier second town center. But yeah, we're pumping villagers. We want to make it up to the Castle Age. We're not sure if our opponent's going to put down that 3rd town center. It's very possible that this could be a 3 TC opposite. So we really want to get a scout over here. And I think I do have a scout here, but we're trying to find villagers. Yeah, we're hunting for villagers right now. None on the berries. Very interesting. He's sacrificed it and instead just relying on the sheep. Maybe this is something we should note because Opposite on this map, you could probably go for your nearby berries pretty safely, and then once things get a little dicey, there's some units out on the map, you just pull away and start going for your big mass of sheep. That might be a nice move. Whoa, big clump of villagers moving this way. That can only mean one thing, another town center going down. But my scout is on top of it, and he turns his villagers to attack my scout, but the horseman is already on the way. I think these villagers were trying to build a town center up here near these berries, but we caught them. And yeah, now they're backing off. They're going to build a town center over here. Personally, I saw some military units over here. Yeah, he's already got 4 spearmen. I think he easily could have escorted his villagers over here. Maybe he was just worried that he'd have an exposed town center all the way out here. It's just a target begging to be destroyed. So maybe he was just too far away. He's decided to go, all right, I'll play it safe, get it down here. But man, that delay, the villagers walking out, the villagers walking back, them finally putting it down. His town center is finishing, and he's hopefully going to start producing villagers right away from it. Let's see. Yeah, there it goes. My military wing is already about a quarter of the way done. Like, we're aging up. At this point, I want to see lancers and scouts and maybe horsemen coming out. We can maybe start to dabble in like man-at-arms, and we do need archers because he seems to be going very heavy into spearmen. We're kind of picking up on that. We scouted the second barracks here. But we want the lancers and scouts to find villagers out on the map. If I were the Chinese, man, I'd love the Imperial Palace on this this map. Maybe if I play Chinese again on this map, I'm just going to go fast castle into Imperial Palace. Because if you can just click a button when you age up and know where all the villagers are on the map for your opponent, that's great. Because they're going to be exposed somewhere. Right now, my opponent is confined to maybe these 2 screens here. There's not enough resources here. He's going to venture out. Especially when it comes to wood. I mean, fortunately, he kind of expanded over this way and has he's kind of claimed this wood, but we're gonna start to look for vulnerable villagers. Though he's finding my vulnerable villagers. I decided to put an outpost here because I want to go after this triple set of sacred sites. I noticed this interesting map spawn, and I was like, well, let's get an outpost out here. Unfortunately, he's sending lots of melee units. I didn't have the fortify outpost, and all I really have to respond with are horsemen, and it's so suicidal to send them in here against the spearmen. We're just going to toss them in the outpost to hopefully get some more arrow fire coming out of it. What do we need over here? Archers. We are getting the veterancy for our archers. We don't have much of a wood income, and I don't think we have much of an archery range. Yeah, it's pumping. Also, we got the military wing. We got to remember that gives us these units. 2 camel riders in the Castle Age. We should bring them over. They do well against these horsemen. Camel riders supported by archers in the Castle Age. Pretty strong composition, especially early Castle Age. And this is what I mean by I wish I had 2 stables just pumping lancers and scouts, because there's too many lancers piled up on this stable, and my opponent is already aging up. This is the window when we need to find villagers. I don't even think I should be fighting over here. This is kind of pointless. I really need to find villagers, and that's when I do. I find like 10 villagers over here going for these berries. I think my horseman died, and now I'm just immediately diverting lancers. I should send my horseman over. I should send the scout over. Like, who cares about this? They've killed a mill. They've killed an outpost. Great, I might lose the archery range. Unfortunate. We can rebuild it elsewhere. We're already making tons of production down here. Like, I don't need to be killing horsemen and spearmen right now. We need to be killing villagers. We should be sending lancers into his base, scouts all around looking for his villagers. Because if they're still condensed to here, that means he's going to have lots of idols, or he's just going to have an inefficient economy, probably having to put down farms. So we really need to be looking around right now. I like the aggressive move for more stone. Another town center here would be great. And there we go. Lancer finding villagers. I'm trying to harass the gold. I like that too. We're going to have to back away. But this is where we're getting some villager kills. That's looking really good. Ooh, nice. Good kill. So yeah, we got to get Lancers in. It's unfortunate he did go heavy into Spearmen. But we need to get these Man-at-Arms and Lancers in. You can see how heavy I'm going into Cavalry. Is my stables just filled with all those units? That's so bad. See, this is what I mean. I need to prep my my Castle Age production. And 2 town centers going into the Castle Age, we can support more than 1 stables. It's really unfortunate we have so few. Granted, my opponent does have lots of Spearmen. So maybe, oh wow, more villager kills over here. And we're idling. That's good. But yeah, Molana Gaines has aged up. We do have eyes on villagers. We kind of scouted around. This gold got denied. Or, I'm not sure if it did actually. Did we spot this? Yeah, I think, yeah, these units scared off his villagers. And now we're, again, just poking and prodding. And we've massed a big Castle Age force here. And we're finding a almost finished keep. It's going to finish, but we're going to get villager kills while we're at. Yeah. I like that. We grab up those villager kills, and now we're just going to retreat. Love the decision to retreat here. We should just attack from another angle. Yep, there's that farm transition, but we should really send these units in to just attack these weakened villagers. And yeah, looks like we're moving in. Also want to see me get that outpost back down or something to secure this area because I really want these 2 sacred sites and this relic. Hopefully we're getting a mosque down soon. Ugh, that keep is really annoying. It's taking a lot of shots at units that are kind of misrallied. Oh, but we're getting more villager kills out here. That looks great. And oh, we're finding more out here. And traders. Let's try to get some units on them. But yeah, these are some sticky Castle Age units. We're just finding villagers out here. And our economic advantage is really taking off. We're at 17 villager kills. And there's 9 idle from Olana. That's rough. Granted, there are traders out. I think they're counted as economic units. So, yeah, these villager kills are really paying off. We're at 18. If he had 18 more military or economic units, he'd be at like 80 compared to ours. Nice. Sacred site being secured. If we can get the relics in the sacred sites, then our economic lead will really be solidified because we'll just be getting nice passive income that won't really be shown up here in this advantage, but you'll be able to see it in the gold gathering up here for sure. Ugh, more crossbowmen misrallying. This archer range is too far away. It's just misrallying. Yeah, bringing units over here, they're just going to take more archer or more keep fire. But we're getting a keep down of our own. I like that it's going to secure this area, and I like that we're finding these villagers out or these traders. They're bringing back 45 gold. I don't know if the trade wing's all that good. I mean, you'd have to put a market out here to really benefit from it. Like the trade wing, oh, I don't know. 45 gold doesn't seem worth it. We got our trebuchet out. We're going to start bombarding this keep. We really want to take it out. But we're at a scary inflection point here. Like, my economy is doing great. We're securing the religious game. But my military production is just not there yet. I need to be pumping units, and I just don't have any food. Where am I gathering food? Not here. The keep needs to finish. Here we're getting some food from this farm. Tons of gold coming in over here. Yeah, we have like no villagers on food. We're not even producing from some of our town centers. Yeah, we need to get more farms out. I'd love to see, well, I don't even have the wood for it. Unfortunate. But we are gonna make the best of a bad situation. It looks like with all that gold we had, we're going to just snap up a bunch of research. Technologies can be a good option when you're floating a lot of gold. I like that move. But yeah, our military is, again, way too small. We're going to send a small force out this way. But I think we see this coming our way. and we realize just how scary of a situation we're in. Like, he's got a ton of spearmen that aren't even here yet. He's just going to gobble up my trebuchets. I'll make the decision to send some units back and others to continue to harass. And I mean, they do find that trader, some economic structures back here. But this is where the real story's going on. I'm trying to get on his Springald or his archers. We do have an outpost up here, and we are putting a Springald emplacement on it. But these units, if they move a little over here towards my gold, he could stop all this mining. Instead, he's just kind of picking away at my production centers. And yep, there come my reinforcing units from the other side of the map. They should do okay here. I mean, the Lancer goes down to the Spearman, but that's okay. And look at this. We're finding more villagers back here. We're killing all these villagers in the farmlands. Look at that. Up to 28 villager kills, 29. Wow, these units are just doing good damage. Once you're in the Castle Age, all these veteran units can really just mow villagers down. And I wonder if he has textiles. He does not. That's why they're going down so easily. These villagers have basically no health. Ouch. And I do notice that I killed all the villagers here, so I'm just going to move on to the next resource. And, whoa, what do you know? A bunch of villagers right here. We're getting down more production back here. We realize we need crossbowmen and archers to deal with these units. That and Springalds. Springalds would be good. This outpost is doing good work. The Springald emplacement on it is putting in a lot of damage. That second keep did go down. It's a little forward here. It's again catching my units that are misrallied. But it looks like, yeah, I'm getting down more production, and I was able to save my villagers over there. Wow, we killed all the villagers here. And now we're getting a critical mass of crossbowmen. This group can do surprisingly well against what's over here. Masses of range units in the Castle Age, you need to get a mangonel out. And my opponent could make it pretty easily, but we should come forward. We should challenge him here. Yeah, okay, I second-guessed myself, but now I'm going in. I'm finding more units back here. Yeah, we can just take out the Lancers. Any armored unit or heavy unit that comes this way is just going to get mowed down. And now the story's changed. My military is starting to equalize his, and my economy is so much stronger. And again, there's more of an economic advantage here than you think, because we still have 2 sacred sites, and we've secured 2 relics. And I haven't really seen traders over here. We've kept our Lancer nearby, and we've been patrolling units back and forth here. Capturing the sacred site again. Yeah. I think that was the timing window for Molana. This was when you needed to make a bold play, something that would win you the game, and I don't think it's going to cut it here. Now if I just slowly start to siege down the keeps, and it looks like I'm already doing that, just one trebuchet is doing good work. If we can just slowly start to siege this center while flooding the outsides of the map with units, we should do really well. Because he can't wall up. He cannot wall all of this up. Oh wow, Golden Age Tier 2 deactivated. I need to get some buildings back up. But yeah, we should just start sending units roundabout ways. Yep, we're already thinking it. No need to run headfirst into our opponent. The keeps really on this map, they're annoying, but they were really only annoying because of my weirdly placed production. Other than that, they've been kind of a non-factor. I don't want to come up here. Like, what resources does it secure? Basically as much as it would secure elsewhere on the map. The center did not seem all that valuable. The gold is nice. These few wood clusters are nice, but beyond that, I mean, there's deer up here, deer, berries, stone. Just seems a little weird to, on such a big open map, go with keeps, but oh man, more villagers. Yeah, these units are on a patrol route. They're going to find them. Again, it's all about just avoiding the keeps, going around. It's a wide open map. You can attack at whatever angle you want on this map, so why run into these keeps? All you got to do is be careful with your rallies. slow with your siege and just always raiding with lancers, man-at-arms. Just find villagers, use scouts. Like, look at the vision we've got going on. We've nearly got this half of the map lit up. We'd love to see some more outposts or just scouts. Just a few scouts would do really well here. I could just spread them around and we'd find those villagers. Oh, I'm finally losing some villagers over here. But we'll just rally more units over. Yep, crossbowmen finding villagers. Or idling them, yep. And it's just a slow creep at this point. He's wise to snipe my trebuchet, but we can just keep coming forward with units. Because at this point, we have so many blacksmith upgrades. Like, our units are almost all 2-2. Nothing for my opponent. Although, floating tons of gold. Gathering either lots of gold here or maybe over here. Oh, wow, more villagers. Wow. Yep. It's all about just attacking from every angle on this map. No reason to throw yourself headfirst into the opponent's defenses. It's a pretty good matchup. The rest of the game is just sort of slow siege, creeping forward. We're probably looking for a Imperial Age soon. We just got to secure some more gold on the map. And yeah, looks like we've transitioned to a lot of our farms. How are we doing in our House of Wisdom? We could get composite bows. That's the last technology available to us. Economic upgrades I'd like to see more of. And should probably be setting up markets for long distance trading. But other than that, really like how we're playing this. It's just going to be a slow siege and a choke out. Yeah, we have so many units. We're just marching in. So things that I liked in this play of Prairie, I liked that we only went somewhat greedy and we were able to see what going a little greedier can mean in a match. Like in this match, we honestly didn't play the Castle Age sudden rush that I was really imagining, but it still gave us, it still paid good dividends. We ended up getting maybe conservatively 10 villagers from doing that. That honestly can equalize things really quickly. And if on the backside of all that harassment you can play a bit of the religious game, get down another town center. I did both when I got into the Castle Age, and it kind of exposed me to a big attack. That's how I lost these structures here. It was a big battle, but go for at least one of those. Either get that third town center or play the religious game, some kind of economic equalizer. And worst case scenario, your opponent just really turtles up, and then you just get your third town center and take over the entire map. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the game. I really liked the matchup. Like I said, opposite got a little bit more interesting. And hopefully more games on Prairie. We will be prepared. That fast castle into Imperial Palace, I'm interested in that as the Chinese. Maybe we can try that out sometime. But specifically on this map, it just seems really good. You could pretty much take over the whole map. All right, hope you enjoyed the matchup, and I'll catch you next time.